In the previous lesson, we learned how switches work, explored different types of switches, and I briefly mentioned terms like SPST, SPDT, DPDT, normally open and normally closed. I also promised that we'd cover them in the next video. Well, this is that video. If you've ever looked at a switch or a circuit diagram and wondered what all these letters actually mean, don't worry. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand what pole and throw mean, what normally open and normally closed are, and you'll be able to identify the most common switch configurations used in electronics. So let's get started. Before we dive in, here's a quick recap. In the previous lesson, we learned that every switch does the same basic job. It either connects or disconnects a circuit to control the flow of current. The only difference is how it makes those connections. Some switches have 2 terminals, some have 3, some have even more. So how do engineers identify all these different switches? That's where pole and throw come in. Once you understand these 2 terms, names like SPST, SPDT, and DPDT will become very easy to understand. So let's start with the first one. What is a pole? The word pole might sound technical, but it's actually very simple. A pole is the moving contact inside a switch. It's the part that changes the connection when we operate the switch. Let's take this switch as an example. As you can see, this switch has one moving contact inside. When I move the switch, this single contact changes from one terminal to another. Since there is only one moving contact, we call it a single pole switch. If a switch had 2 moving contacts operating together, it would be called a double pole switch. So remember this simple rule. 1 moving contact means single pole. 2 moving contacts mean double pole. That's all the word pole means. Now that we understand what a pole is, let's learn the second term. Throw. A throw is simply the number of connections a pole can switch between. Let's look at this switch. As you can see, the common terminal can connect to this terminal or this terminal. That means it can switch between 2 different connections. Because it has 2 throws, we call it a double throw switch. Now let's look at another switch. Here, the common terminal can connect to only one terminal. Since there is only one possible connection, it is called a single throw switch. So remember this simple rule. If a pole can connect to one terminal, it's single throw. If it can connect to 2 terminals, it's double throw. It's really that simple. Now let's combine both terms and see how switch names are formed. As you can see on the screen, these are some of the most common switch symbols you'll come across in circuit diagrams. This is SPST, this is SPDT, this is DPST, and this is DPDT. So let's start with the simplest one, SPST, which stands for single pole, single throw. As you can see in the circuit symbol, it has 1 pole and 1 throw. The pole is the moving contact, and it can connect to only 1 terminal. That's why it's called a single pole, single throw switch. Now we'll build a simple circuit and see exactly how it works. As you can see, this is a simple LED circuit using an SPST switch. Here's the pole and here's the throw. Right now, the pole isn't connected to the throw, so the circuit is open and no current flows. Now, when I flip the switch, the pole connects to the throw. The circuit is completed, current starts flowing, and the LED lights up. That's exactly how an SPST switch works. Now let's move on to the next type of switch, SPDT, which stands for single pole double throw. As you can see in the circuit symbol, it has 1 pole and 2 throws. The pole is still the moving contact, but this time it can connect to either of the 2 terminals. That's why it's called a single pole double throw switch. Now let's build a simple circuit and see how it works. As you can see, this is another simple circuit using an SPDT switch, 2 LEDs, and a single voltage source. And here's the pole, and these are the 2 throws. The middle terminal is the common terminal, which is connected to the battery. Right now, the common terminal is connected to the left throw. This completes the path for the left side of the circuit. Current flows through the left LED, so it lights up. At the same time, the right side of the circuit is disconnected. Since there's no complete path, no current flows through the right LED, so it stays off. Now, when I flip the switch to the other side, the moving contact disconnects from the left throw and connects to the right throw. the current path immediately changes. Current no longer flows through the left LED, so it turns off. Instead, current now flows through the right LED, causing it to light up. Notice that we're still using the same battery and the same switch. The only thing that changes is which path the current takes. An SPDT switch simply redirects the current from one output to another. That's why it's called a single-pole double-throw switch. One moving contact and two possible connections. Now let's move on to the next type of switch. DPDT, which stands for double-pole double-throw. As you can see in the circuit symbol, it has two poles and two throws. The poles are the moving contacts, and each pole can connect to either of the two throws. That's why it's called a double-pole double-throw switch. Now let's build a simple circuit and see exactly how it works. As you can see, this is a DPST switch controlling two completely separate circuits. One circuit has an orange LED and the other has a green LED. Here's the first pole and here's the second pole. Each pole has only one throw. When I turn the switch on, both poles move together, completing both circuits at the same time. As a result, both LEDs light up simultaneously. When I turn the switch off, both circuits open together, and both LEDs turn off. Now you might be thinking, if this switch has two poles and two throw, why isn't it called a DPDT switch? That's because each pole can connect to only one throw. A DPDT switch also has two poles, but each pole can switch between two different throws. In total, it has two poles and four throw. That's the difference. Now let's move on to the next type of switch. DPDT, which stands for double pole double throw. As you can see in the circuit symbol, it has two poles, and each pole can switch between two throws. In other words, both poles move together, and each one can connect to either of its two throws. That's why it's called a double pole double throw switch. Now let's build a simple circuit and see exactly how it works. As you can see, this circuit uses a DPDT switch with two separate 12-volt batteries and four LEDs. Here are the two poles, and each pole can switch between two throws. Right now, both poles are connected to one side, so the two red LEDs are on. Now, when I flip the switch, both poles move at the same time. Each pole disconnects from its current throw and connects to the other throw. As a result, the red LEDs turn off and the yellow LEDs turn on. Notice that both poles change their connections simultaneously. This is exactly how a DPDT switch works. Instead of controlling just one connection, it switches two independent connections at the same time, making it useful in circuits that need to change between two different outputs or reverse connections. And that's it for today's lesson. Now you know what pole and throw mean, and you understand the difference between SPST, SPDT, DPST, and DPDT switches. From now on, whenever you see these names in a data sheet or a circuit diagram, you'll know exactly what they mean. In the next lesson, we'll build on these concepts and continue exploring more practical electronics. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to learn next. Until then, keep building, keep experimenting, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.